The Jaguars return from their bye week and head to Kings Park in Durban to take on the Sharks in Super Rugby. It is early days still to be talking about playoff permutations, but there is no denying the Sharks and Jaguars are right on the heels of the Lions after the first third of the campaign, and should the season carry on as it has so far, then it will be those two teams battling it out for the wild card spot in the South African group. Without question, the Jaguars look a more settled group in 2017, aided before their bye by taking on the Lions, Cheetahs, and Reds all at home, and in the process racking up plenty of table points. International experience has never been an issue for the Jaguars, but now with one season under their belt and more importantly the key younger players in the side like Pablo Matera and Tomas Lezina fully adapted to the pace of Super Rugby, even the exit of Facundo Isa has not been a disaster. There are still improvements to be made. Considering Argentina's reputation for excelling in the set piece, the Jaguars' low line-out success percentage comes as a surprise, with only the Rebels less successful. Equally, their scrum is comfortably the least successful around at a rate of 72%. What about the Sharks? Young blood has revived a struggling franchise under Robert du Preez this year, centered around the du Preez twins along with Curwin, Bosch, Lukhanyo and Cobus van Wyk, who has quietly been one of the signings of the season with 5 tries to his name so far. Last weekend's away defeat to the Lions was half heartbreaker, half a positive sign that against the best side around in the Lions, the Sharks were very much competitive. Bosch's praises have rightly been sung, and it will be another point of criticism towards Alistair Coetzee if he is not involved somehow with the Springboks come June, as was the case with Rohan Janse van Rensburg. Both of the meetings between these two sides last year were narrow victories for the Sharks, adding plenty of intrigue with both teams in much better shape 1 year on. The last time the teams met, Pat Lambie's 80th minute penalty clinched a dramatic victory for the Sharks over the Jaguars in Buenos Aires. Early tries from Tomas Lavanini and Martin Landajo helped the Jaguars out into a 14-6 lead. 2 Lambie penalties and a Daniel du Preez try however swung the advantage to the visitors, ahead 19-17 at the break. Santiago Garcia Bota's late try leveled things up at 22-22 in the final 10 minutes before Lambie stepped up to clinch the game. Players to watch. Renowned as a bashing centre, Andre Esterhuizen has shown there is more to his game this season, with an increasing number of offloads along with a subtle kicking game that has been developed over the off-season. Esterhuizen's responsibility is still get over the gain line in order to make space for the likes of Bosch, and Van Wyk. He will need to stand tall in midfield against a physical Jaguars centre pairing. On the opposite side, hopes are high for Marcos Creamer, the 19-year-old, terrifyingly born in 1997, who won his first Tests caps for Argentina and looks like a physical hybrid ready to play a major role for Los Pumas over the coming years. Team news. Sharks boss Robert du Preez has made 3 changes to his starting 15. Springbok loosehead prop beast Mtawarira, who was unavailable for selection last week due to the death of his grandmother, makes a welcome return to the run-on side along with fellow Bok Stephan Lewies, who replaces Ruan Botha in the number 5 jersey. Botha joins Thomas du Toit and Philip van der Walt, who is returning from injury, on the bench for this match. Chiliboy Ralepelle, who was a late withdrawal from last week's team with a quad strain, has also been named on the bench. Meanwhile, Ramiro Herrera will make his first start of the season for the Jaguars. The Argentina prop comes back into the front row, setting up a mouth-watering tussle with Tendai Mtawarira of the Sharks, as one of 2 changes made by Jaguars boss Raul Preez. The other switch sees Nicolas Sanchez return at fly half, replacing veteran Juan Martin Hernandez. Form. The Sharks have won each of their 2 previous meetings with the Jaguars, though at neither halftime nor full-time has either team led by more than 4 points. The Jaguars have won 5 of their last 6 matches, including the last 3 in a row. The Sharks have won each of their last 6 games at home, conceding more than 17 points only once in that period. The Jaguars, 97%, boast the best ruck success of any team in the competition, and lose an average of just 2.4 rucks per game so far this season. Sharks flanker Jean-Luc has made 73 tackles this campaign, more than any other player, and 21 more than Jaguars best Geronimo de la Fuente, 52. Prediction. No reason for this not to be extremely tight once again, after margins of 4 points and then 3, with home advantage likely to have the final say. Sharks by 5. Previous results. 2016, Sharks won 25-22 in Buenos Aires. 2016, Sharks won 19-15 in Durban. The teams: Sharks, 15 Garth April 14, Cobus van Wyk, 13 Lukhanyo am, 12 Andre Esterhuizen, 11 Lwazi Mvovo, 10 Curwin Bosch, 9 Kobus Reinach, 8 Daniel du Preez, 7 Jean-Luc du Preez, 6 Tera Mtembu, c. 5 Stephan Lewies, 4 Etienne Oosthuizen, 3 Cini Oosthuizen, 2 Franco Marais, 1 Beast Mtawarira replacements, 16 Chiliboy Ralepelle, 17 Thomas du Toit, 18 Lourens Adriaanse, 19 Ruan Botha, 20 Philip van der Walt, 21 Michael Claessens, 22 Ini Rugby, 23 Jeremy Ward Jaguars, 15 Joaquin Tuculet, 14 Ramiro Moyano, 13 Matthias Orlando, 12 Geronimo de la Fuente, 11 Bautista Escura, 10 Nicolas Sanchez, 9 Gonzalo Bertranu, 8 Leonardo Senator, 7 Tomas Lezina, 6 Pablo Matera, 5 Matthias Alemano, 4 Marcos Creamer, 3 Ramiro Herrera, 2 Augustin Creevy, c. 1 Lucas Nogueira. Pause replacements, 16 Roberto Tijer Rizzo, 17 Santiago Garcia Botha, 18 Felipe Aregui. Sharks by 5. Previous replacements: 16 Roberto Tiger Rizzo, 17 Santiago Garcia Botha, 18 Felipe Aregui, 19 Guido Petty, 20 Rodrigo Baez, 21 Felipe Escura, 22 Santiago Gonzalez Iglesias, 23 Emiliano Boffelli. Date: Saturday, April 8. Venue: Kings Park, Durban. Kickoff: 15:05 local, 13:05 GMT. Referee: Angus Gardner, Australia. Assistant referees: Ben O'Keefe, New Zealand; Stuart Berry, South Africa; TMO: Marius Jonker, South Africa.